You gotta know when to hold 'em. So know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk. Hey, hey, hey! Well, it's Sunday, May 16th there, and this is kind of like my, this is an afterfight, afterthought on the Nate Campbell-Victor Ortiz fight. And I'll go from Nate Campbell's side, and then we'll switch it over to the, actually we'll go Victor Ortiz first, because he's the afterfight, and then we'll go to Nate Campbell, who's the afterthought. And with Victor Ortiz, the build-up coming into this fight was, does he have what it takes? Does he have the heart? Does he have the cojones to really go in there and fight? Is he one that, if he's pushed, is he going to bail? Because, you know, we've recently seen with Cintron and some other fighters, you know, yeah, they're really good. Or they're good, but the second they get tested, the second they get chin-checked, their heart gets tested, they're gone. And Maidana kind of did that with him. He knocked Maidana 3 times. Maidana kept coming, knocked him down, done, you know. I mean, he had a huge cut and everything like that, but, you know, where was it there? He was kind of backing down. So, his heart was kind of in question, and, you know, he does really good at beating people up. He's young. He's only 23. I think people get on these kids a little more than they should. You're talking 23. He's not even in his prime yet. Very accurate puncher. Very, very good young fighter. And he comes through, and he's got that pressure on him. He can't lose this fight. He has to beat Nate Campbell. Has to. You know, Nate Campbell's got all the experience in the world in the pros. You know, in sparring pros and all that, you know. So what does he do? He goes in there and he puts on a clinic, and he dominates the fight in every aspect. Still open for that overhand right. Has to get that left hand up. But he tightens it up. Campbell kept coming toward him. He kept throwing punches, kept landing punches, kept moving on and getting out of the way. And he dominated the fight. Absolutely dominated the fight. So he's now looking on a possible fight with Amir Khan. Maybe he goes against Bradley. You know, these kind of things have opened up for him. He's going to get all the fights that he wants. And it was a very impressive win. I had it 100-89. You know, over to Nate Campbell, 38 years old. And as soon as people are like, oh, you're throwing age in. Yeah, I am. There are certain people that can fight at 38. Bernard Hopkins being one of them. Nate Campbell is not one of them. He showed every year that he is in this fight. He had moments. He had moments in the in the 7th round he was landing some shots. You know, I mean, in the 1st round he was showing his dominance a little bit. That he was going to push the fight, take anything that he had. Landed some nice body shots in the 7th, 8th, and 9th rounds against Ortiz, and some of those looked like he hurt him, but when you're only throwing 20 punches around, you know, he just couldn't pull the trigger anymore. You know, this was his shot. He's coming into this fight, and this is it for him. You know, there was controversy with the Bradley fight, and, I mean, he was looking good against the baby bull, Diaz, and he beat Funeka. So he had a lot of positive things going into this. The controversy with Bradley took a little steam out of it, but here he goes. He beats this kid, and he's getting title shots. He's still there. Hey, I'm 38, but, you know, I'm all there, and I can do everything. But this fight did exactly the opposite of what he was hoping for. And unlike Mosley, who has a big name and can still probably pull a couple of the big fighters, Campbell's not going to do that. Okay, wait, there probably is some guys out there that will fight him now because they know it seems like he's past that point. But as far as a title holder again, no. He can't beat any of the top guys. Not for the titles. He doesn't have that shot. Can't beat Ortiz. Definitely can't beat Khan. Can't beat Bradley. Alexander would murder him. So you start looking at it and it seems like his ride's over. But is that so bad? He was a pro's pro. He built himself up. He didn't have a huge amateur career. You know, he became a pro. He sparred a lot of great fighters. He was in Mosley's camp. He was in a lot of big name fighters, you know, coming up through the ranks. He earned his stay, and now it's over. And you know, I wish him well, the Galaxy Warrior that he is, and hopefully, you know, he bows out fairly gracefully and doesn't hang on too long, because it really didn't look like he had much of anything left against Ortiz. He really got schooled. Oh yeah, I'm going to give you a little quick round by round. Thought I'd throw that in there. But these are very abbreviated. Now, it was a shove in round one where he was knocked down. They were both pushing the pace. They were both doing some things, and it was a 10-8 round. The next one, in the second round, it was a good round for Ortiz. Showed lots of power. He was able to move Campbell wherever he wanted, do whatever he wanted. Another 10-9. Now, the first 2 minutes were dominated by Ortiz. In the third round, he was landing pretty much at will, whatever he wanted to throw. Those left hands were really getting in and thudding. The last bit of it was kind of controlled by Campbell. Still an Ortiz round. The fourth was completely controlled by Ortiz in every aspect, where he was moving them, slipping his shots, firing those jabs in, throwing combinations, hitting with uppercuts. In the sixth round, Campbell started landing more solid rights. Ortiz is slowed a little bit by these, but it was still an Ortiz round. Seventh round, or sixth round? Sixth round. Campbell's landing solid shots to the head and body, but it's just not enough. He's only throwing a couple shots, 20, 30 punches the whole round. Ortiz takes that again. Campbell looking kind of shot, but he lands a big right to the body and then to the head. And Ortiz looked like he was, you know, he was kind of countering there a little bit, but you know, Ortiz took that one. One right, some body shots by Campbell in the eighth round there. Ortiz is in and out with the combos, just dominating the fight. Landed the best shots of the round. Campbell did in the ninth, but he was still outworked by Ortiz. And he just could never muster it up. And in the 10th, he was completely shellacked by Ortiz. I mean, whatever Ortiz wanted to do, he did. And Campbell could not pull the trigger. So there you go with that. That was a quick round by round, I know. And got the Afterfight Afterthought in. So that's my thinking on that. All right. Well, hey, this is Bigragu. I'm out.